Before that, though, we're off to Plainmoor, where Torquay's long search for a goal finally came to an end. Northampton, the victims, watched by Seth Conway.
Ball will go up for Martin Gritton. The pass is on for Lee Cannaville. Joe Cafor's in the middle. Cannaville, though, looking for it himself, and it takes a deflection and almost into the path of Gritton. And a great start for Torquay, coming Lee Cannaville bursting through, and it took a touch off the former Torquay man Paul Trollope. Didn't deflect over Harper. Gritton couldn't get there. A corner is the result. Taylor gets the ball back to Russell. This one a deep one for Cafor. That should have been the opening goal. Well, how did Joe Cafor miss from there? David Graham out suspended today, also out suspended Tony Badeau. Cafor has started up front, and that was a howler. Trollope. Smith to Trollope. Sadler taking up a good position on the left. Cannaville was drawn to him and got a foot on it. Now Gritton to close in. There's Cafor. Finds Russell. Torquay now with a bit of a break on. Cafor to the right, Hill to the left. Hazel in front of him as Russell goes for the shot. There's Cafor! And after more than 8 hours of football, a Torquay United player finally scores a goal, and that man is Joe Cafor. Well, it came from Alex Russell's shot. It came back off Harper, a difficult ball to take, and there was Joe Cafor, whose 3 other goals this season have all come from inside the 6-yard box. He was patrolling, and he's the man who scores. Torquay 1, Northampton 0. Sadler for Walker, on in turn for Smith. Great call from Des Little. Has 3 in the middle to pick from. Little. It's going to come for Chris Hargreaves, nods it down for Smith, decent turn, fine save from Kevin Dearden. It was a lovely move from Northampton. Little picked out Chris Hargreaves, and as he knocked it down for Martin Smith, Northampton's top scorer, he poked it seemingly past Dearden, but Kevin Dearden in for Arjan van Houston today, got a finger to it. Cafor. Gritton now on for Alex Russell. 3-4 now back for Northampton as it comes for Fowler. Getting for Russell. Gritton makes his run, but Russell was closed down by Hargreaves. Cannaville just opens up for him. Cannaville with a decent effort and a fine goal from Lee Cannaville. It's his first goal of the season, and what a gem. It's Torquay 2, Northampton 0. Well, Cannaville learnt his trade 4 years at Arsenal. It's a good place to learn, and you can see the benefits. He's dropped back to right back in this recent season, but he can still finish. Pick that one out. There's Taylor. Gritton's offside, but he'll run back and not interfere as Russell picks out Jason Fowler. Gets it back to Alex Russell. Decent ball in, free header for Gritton. And that should have been 3-0. And doesn't Gritton know it? Right at the start of this second half, Martin Gritton had a chance to finish the game. As the ball came over, it just held up a little for him. He waited a long time for it, and then couldn't get any power behind the header. Asamoah. Neat into the path of Smith. Decent ball in for Sampson. And Ian Sampson scores, and Northampton are back in this game when really they should be out of it. It's Torquay United 2, Northampton Town 1. Well, Martin Smith just held the ball up on the right, curled it into the middle, and there was centre-back Ian Sampson who'd stayed up to get his first goal of the season, and an important goal for Northampton too. Neat work from Martin Smith. There's Little outside of him. Little's ball in will come for Richards! And only a lick of paint away from putting Northampton Town back on level terms. Well, Martin Smith did well to carry it out for Des Little, and as he curled it over, it was a perfect ball onto the head of Mark Richards. and that was just the wrong side of the post. A real let-off for Torquay. These will try and seek out Joe Broad. Trollope made the head, but only presented it to Alex Russell. Couldn't quite get it to Hockley. Now Canaville swings it in, looking for Joe Kuffour, and it was Ian Sampson, the man who scored with his head for Northampton, who used the same part of his anatomy to deny Joe Kuffour on this occasion. Torquay take the corner short. Russell swings it in. It will come back for Craig Taylor! And if you want the job done, look to your captain. Craig Taylor must have won this game now for Torquay United. A delightful finish. Scoreline that matches Torquay United 3, Northampton Town 1. Well, the short corner routine worked well. A little lucky in the deflection, but as it fell for Craig Taylor on his trusty left boot, he made sure it beat Harper. It's his second goal of this campaign.
You know, we've had four games where we haven't scored, and confidence was a little bit low, and it was important we got a tempo going today, and we did that. And you know, people don't believe it when you say you're creating chances but not scoring. And we saw today we created numerous chances, and the first 5 minutes, the keepers made two tremendous saves, and you think, it's going to be one of those days again. But we kept going and got the goals we deserved.
First, the Sinsel Bank clash between two clubs fighting for a place in the Division 3 playoffs. Torquay took the chance to make a point or three against Lincoln, and our man Andy Gilson saw them do it.
Early ball in. Kuffour is there, he was unmarked, there's another chance, and it's a terrific goal! 1-0 to Torquay. Foul of the scorer, and question marks against the Lincoln defence. Well, there's the ball over. Kuffour tees that up, and that's beautifully executed. Torquay in front here. Well, Fletcher with the back heel. That's nicely done. And there's a chance here. Oh, and a terrific stop from Dearden. It's gone for the corner. Over comes the corner. It's a good climb and a terrific goal. What a terrific header. Well, Mayo in like flint there. And it's 1-1. A good ball, Kuffour. And still Kuffour, now he's got a chance here. Whips it across, and it's in there! It's 2-1. Kevin Hill, the scorer. And Torquay are back in front. There's the ball forward to Kuffour, and didn't he do well? He got past all those challenges, got the ball across. Not the cleanest of strikes from Kevin Hill, but enough to put his side in front. That's flicked forward, it's a beautiful ball to Graham. That's a terrific stop from Marriott to deny David Graham. So Russell with the free kick then for Torquay. Second low. Oh, that's beautifully done. And what a good goal that was. It's the end of Lincoln City, but a terrific goal. Kuffour on the end of it. Cheeky little touch there from Graham. It's 3-1 to Torquay.
Yeah, I thought we played well today and deserved it, and our decision making was great in terms of when we could get it down and play. And in the end, we created some good chances and ended up comfortable winners. But it wasn't, comfortable for long periods of the game because Lincoln make it hard for you, and it's tough to play against.
Torquay United stormed back into the third division playoff zone with a 4-1 win over Macclesfield at Plainmoor. A spectacular overhead from Kevin Hill gave them an 8th-minute lead, and they were 2 up after 33 minutes when Jason Fowler's cross was met with a firm header by David Graham for his 13th goal of the season. Macclesfield's defence went missing again in the 41st minute when skipper Craig Taylor stole in to mark his 30th birthday in style, and that should have been game over. But Torquay were also guilty of some questionable marking right on half-time, allowing Colin Little to pull one back and give Macclesfield hope. But after they had a man sent off, Martin Gritton wrapped it up with Torquay's fourth.
Torquay's match against Scunthorpe was postponed after 2 lunchtime inspections. The Plainmoor pitch was deemed unplayable after torrential rain and heavy wind. Despite frantic work by ground staff, the referee called the game off at 1:30.
To me, the professionalism of the competition is such that if you start, you've got to finish. And I believe that as an entertainment industry that we are in, it would be very wrong to start something that if you haven't got 100% chance of finishing.
It might have been a bit of a lottery. The wind is really strong, the pitch is getting heavy and heavier as the game would have gone on. The referee's taken the decision that safety comes first, and we'll have to go with it.
Well, Torquay will announce a rearranged date for the game next week.
But the next stop is the Vetch Field, where Torquay United were in action against Swansea. Torquay's season just gets better. Our man in the commentary box, Andy Gilson.
Martinez, nicely done again. Picking his men out well this afternoon, Martinez. Malett working hard, gets a cross in there too. That's away, is it for the corner? Indeed it is. So Swansea's corner then on this near side, and that's a good play by their skipper Martinez that led to that. There's the cross in the end, knocked away for the corner. Over it comes. And it's knocked away quite easily. Oh, that's a poor ball back. Iriakpen's in trouble here, but he did well. And that's a short pass. Oh my goodness me, there's trouble for Swansea here. Beautifully done. Cool as a cucumber. David Graham gives Torquay the lead here. And some catastrophic defending from Swansea. Through goes Graham, and that's as calm as you like. 1-0 Torquay. Oh, my goodness me, it's suicide at the back at the moment. This is Gritton. Oh, he's missed it. There's the mistake, and Gritton really should have finished that. What a bad try from Martinez, and the first time that didn't really been trouble this afternoon. It's a nice ball. That's a clean pair of heels there. It's a good try, but it's drifting wide in the end. Good pace that from Hockley. Couldn't get the direction he was looking for. That's nicely laid forward, picked up by Thomas. Ball across. There's still a chance. Oh, that's a good save. It's not away yet. And away this time by the foot of Taylor. Terrific stuff at the start of his second half. Did well. Cross up to Kafur as well. Now a bit of room here. This is Russell. Has options. Fumbled by the keeper and away for a corner. Well, Freestone really should have done better with that. Gives the ball a quick wipe. Launches that long throw in there. It's flicked on too. Dillon's lost it. Across it goes and it's in there! May well have taken a deflection off of Cannaville on the way in. Nugent doesn't care. He's going to claim it, and Swansea are level. Well, everybody knows now that a mistake will be fatal probably. Is that swept across? Kafur sidesteps one challenge. Oh, that's a great goal! What about that? Pure power there, beating Freestone, and Kafur has snatched the match back in Torquay's favour. There's the shot. I don't think anybody could have stopped that.
We looked very comfortable, to be honest, when they got the goal. And then what I was pleased about is the way we picked it up again and went at them and went to win the game. And you know, I think at the end of the day, we just showed that we deserved to win it.
And And that's how the top of the third division table looks. Yeovil and Torquay are right up there, but will it be automatic promotion, the playoffs, or nothing at all come the end of the season?
Torquay United may have to follow the ecclesiastical route. They should have beaten playoff foes Huddersfield Town at Plainmoor, but didn't, as the Yorkshire Terriers shook them late on. At least the Gulls are still 7th in the third division.
Torquay boss Leroy Rossegna was also delighted with his side's performance, if not the result, against Huddersfield Town. Torquay certainly had their chances, but it was Huddersfield who scored the decisive goal. Nathan Clark nodding home from close range 20 minutes from time. Torquay might still have shared the points, but for a controversial decision from referee Ian Williamson, who disallowed this effort from Craig Taylor, much to the disgust of the Torquay faithful.
Before that, better news for Torquay United's promotion push. They silenced another bumper crowd at Hull's KC Stadium, and Graham Sellers was there.
It's Russell, and the keeper tips away. Well, he was having a go at goal there, wasn't he, Alex Russell? A sneaky little shot, and Bowie's Myhill made a good save. Oh, it's come through to David Graham, a mistake in the defence, and another wonderful save by the Californian, Bowers Myhill, in goal for Hull. Well, the agility of this keeper has no limits. Burgess. Now, Walters is the man here, and it's into the side netting, and half the ground thought that was in. There's David Graham trying to find Martin Gritton. Myhill's come a long way and missed it. It's in the back of the net. Martin Gritton, the substitute, has put Torquay in front. Myhill came for it, couldn't stop it. Hull 0, Torquay 1. David Graham. Hull are panicking, it's Graham's shot, and Myhill went flying through the air. That must have been really close. This is John Walters. Well, Ben Burgess steps in, there's a real chance there for Elliott. And it's scooped dramatically off the line by Woods. This is Stuart Green. Well, 2 Hull men on it, Dearden's come right out, it's Stuart Elliott. And off the line in the end by Tony Badeau. And Gritton receives the ball back from his teammate and then fires wide. Well, he could have finished it there.
I'm not just delighted with the result, the performance was excellent. There's 2 sides to the performance. First half, we passed it exceptionally well. You know, there's not many sides going to come up there and keep possession of the ball like we did first half. And second half, then we showed another side to our game, which people might have said that might have been lacking a few months ago. But we showed a lot of grit and determination, and because they're not top of the league for no reason.
Now, they may attract some of the smallest crowds in the Football League, but the faithful few at Torquay United might just be in for a big celebration come the end of the season. They've moved up into 6th place in Division 3 following last night's 1-0 victory over Scunthorpe, their 6th win in the last 7 games.
Running into form at the right time. Whisper it quietly, but there's a feeling that this might just be Torquay's year. Unsung hero Matt Hockley typified their resolve with the all-important goal after just 13 minutes of last night's match at Plainmoor. They could and perhaps should have gone on to win by a much bigger margin. The only thing missing at the end of David Graham's brilliant run was a finish, a sign of things to come perhaps. Torquay continued to carve out and squander the better chances, and while they never really looked to be in serious trouble themselves, there was always a danger that they might let their slender lead slip. In the end, though, it was another professional performance from a side who seemed to be learning from previous failures.
People keep saying, you know, we fell away last year, and you know, there's a bit more awareness of what's required. There's a lot more desire in the dressing room. We stick together, we've got a great team spirit, you know, we're strong together, and that's going to stand us in good stead.
The only downside of last night's victory was that it was watched by a crowd of just 2,500. Torquay would need much bigger gates to survive in Division 2.
Now to Plainmoor, where Torquay United once again showed their third division promotion credentials. Boston were the visitors. Our man in the commentary box, Martin Dean.
Well, through the middle for Graham Jones. Kevin Dearden's clearance then just catching Craig Taylor on the back of the head. No damage done. This is Jermaine Brown, one of two new signings in the Boston side, and announcing his arrival in some style. Well, Jermaine Brown signed from Colchester, in fact, just prior to this game. He's obviously keen to make an early impression with the Boston faithful. Hockley getting the return from Alex Russell. He's won a throw. This is McGlinchey. Got a good cross in towards David Graham. Just got inside Paul Ellender then to get the header in. He's not the biggest of strikers, David Graham, and doesn't get too many headers that he wins, but winning that one all right. Ellender getting it forward. Woods had read it well though. Now Russell. Taylor will look to get it wide for McGlinchey. Good run from McGlinchey. Needs a bit of help now. Finding it from Alex Russell. He might let the shot go from there. Again, Torquay creating a bit of space for themselves, but really the shots are coming from a little too far out at the moment. Now a chance for Boston to break. This is Noble. A long ball for Jermaine Brown. He's got away from Hockley, has he? No, not for long. And a little disappointed. He didn't control it better, but full credit to Matt Hockley. Got back and defended well then. Now Russell over the top for David Graham. That's a great ball. Graham with a chance here, and he's buried it. Well, you can't afford to give a striker of the calibre of David Graham that amount of space in the penalty area. Well, there was a lovely ball over the top from Alex Russell. Graham in acres of space. Time to pick his spot. Planted into the roof of the net for his 15th goal of the season. Torquay are in front. Well, Graham waited for that one. Waited too long, and Balmer able to nick it off him. Now Woods over the top towards Kufor, who's got away from Beavers. Kufor going all the way here. Brave goalkeeping from Bastock. And Boston getting themselves into all sorts of trouble again. Really, it was the pace of Joe Kufor that caused all the problems then. Got away from the two defenders. Just got his foot to the ball before Bastock came out to make a very, very important save. Graham Jones with a knockdown. Duffield trying the early effort. And straight at Kevin Dearden, but good break from Boston. It was really direct, but Jones was pulled hard all afternoon. Just knocking that one down for Duffield to get the shot in. Noble finding Bennett. Russell just trying to put a bit of pressure onto Tom Bennett, and now Joe Kufor threading it through for David Graham. Oh, really, Boston playing themselves into all sorts of trouble then. Alex Russell winning the ball. And then finding Kufor, who played it unselfishly into the path of David Graham. He'll be disappointed that his shot just curved wide. Now Kufor. Graham, Beto making a run outside him. And his heels were clipped by Mark Angel. I think it was an accidental collision, to be honest. This is the sort of distance that Craig Taylor likes to hit the ball from. Struck that one low. David Graham with a shot. Bastock has spilled it. And then Kufor going down. The ball still loose. And that Bedo brought down, and that is a penalty this time. Ben Chapman bringing down Tony Bedo. And referee Richard Beebe pointing to the penalty spot. No hesitation. Well, there was sheer panic really in the Boston defence then. David Graham's shot spilled by Paul Bastock. Kufor was in there, some suspicion that it might have been a penalty initially. Well, when it eventually broke to Tony Bedo, he was brought down by Chapman. Penalty. Now, Steve Woods has been entrusted with the job of taking it, and he squeezes it in despite Bastok's despairing dive. Well, the goalkeeper got a hand to it, but Steve Woods has doubled Torquay United's advantage. Palmer for Noble, but Hockley was onto him very quickly. It's played into the path of Stuart Douglas. Chance here for Douglas. Well, it's the best opportunity probably of the match so far as Boston are concerned. Stuart Douglas, the substitute, the former Luton man, played into space. Really didn't keep the ball down. The chance goes begging. Angel has given it away to Alex Russell. Looking to pick out Joe Kufor. It's a good ball from Russell. Kufor looking for space for the shot. Oh, he worked it well. He just couldn't quite produce the finish. Well, that would have been a great way to round off the afternoon from Torquay United's point of view.
We knew we were going to be in for a difficult game today against Boston. They're a big, strong team. We knew they'd come here and battle, but also try and play. So it's not always going to be pretty, but sometimes it's more about the result than the way you play.
Got the goal from David Graham, which obviously gave you a lift first half, and then came the penalty. Any hesitation about taking it?
No, none at all. The gaffer said before the game that I was on the penalties, so as soon as we got it, I went looking for the ball, and thankfully it went in.
And that's how the top of the third division looks. A few weeks ago, Torquay looked as if they'd struggled to make the playoffs. Now they're pushing for an automatic spot, and Yeovil are right on their heels. But the next stop is Plainmoor, where Torquay United finally put one over on their bogey team, Carlisle. There just seems no stopping the Gulls these days. Our man in the commentary box, Martin Dean.
David Graham. Through the middle for Tony Beddoe to chase. He hasn't been picked up, Beddoe. We've got a little nudge then from Cowan, winning the corner. Well, it was a good run from Tony Beddoe. Interesting that the player he should come up against should be Tom Cowan. His elbow on Cowan up at Brunton Park, which got Tony Beddoe into so much hot water. Sent off for that incident. And banned for a further 3 games for a gesture he made on his way back to the dressing room. Alex Russell then with the corner. Kevin Hill rising with a header, and he's planted it into the corner of the net. What a start for Torquay United. Kevin Hill, who celebrates his 28th birthday today, putting them in front. And we've only been playing for 3 minutes. Well, it was a good corner in from Alex Russell. Kevin Hill getting up very well, and a real power header into the bottom of the corner, giving Matt Glennon absolutely no chance. Good start for Torquay. Here's Beddoe. Craig Taylor slipping up, and this is Brendan McGill now. McGill with a chance to get a shot away, and it was well saved by Kevin Dearden. Saving his skipper from embarrassment then. Oh, Craig Taylor making the slip, and it was Brendan McGill who was onto it like a flash. Created a bit of space for the shot. Unfortunately for Torquay, Dearden was able to come to their rescue. Taylor coming across, he's going to have a crack from there. Get the wall. Andrews just getting a foot in. Now Cannavale looking to turn it back in. Away this time by Priest. Kevin Hill. Oh, number 2. What a day he's having. Well, many happy returns is all you can really say to Kevin Hill, isn't it? You could hardly have dreamt of a start like this. Well, first the header, and then a lovely little volley from the edge of the area, beating Matt Glennon all ends up. Goalkeeper will be disappointed, but Torquay are 2-0 in front. Before brought down. Alex Russell with the free kick. Oh, what a good one, headed away by Billy. Hockley. Now Kufor on the edge of the area. Glennon has spilt it. He recovered well. Joe Kufor causing the problems then. Got on a good shot on the turn. It was powerful enough to cause Glennon a problem or two. But credit to the goalkeeper. He recovered his composure pretty quickly. We'll keep that one in play. Now Russell. Through towards Kevin Hill. David Graham is in the middle. Just played in behind him, though. Now Hockley on the edge of the area. Might get a shot here. Good save from Matt Glennon then. Oh, Matt Hockley finding a little bit of time and space on the edge of the penalty area. Got the shot on target. And Glennon doing well to turn it over. Challenge from Woods. Farrell has picked up the loose ball, though. And given it away. There's Lee Cannaville. Murphy running into Russell. And now Torquay can get the ball clear. Hockley looking to get it through the gap towards David Graham, who's picked it up well. Chance here for Graham! 3-0. Well, he doesn't miss those sort of opportunities, really. Matt Hockley it was who set him away with a lovely ball. Beautifully judged. Graham took it in his stride, and from then on in, you always thought it was going to be goal number 16 for David Graham. And so it proved. And Torquay looked to be coasting towards another valuable victory. Well, Leroy Rosenia has already been linked with a possible move down the road to Plymouth Argyle following the departure of Paul Sturrock, such as his success here at Plainmoor. Good news for Torquay fans, though, as he wants to concentrate on the job in hand, he says. Well, a long ball for David Graham to chase. Kevin Gray coming in with the challenge now. Is that a penalty? It is indeed. Paul Taylor has pointed to the spot. And Torquay United, for the second week in succession, have a penalty. It was Kevin Gray's challenge on David Graham, just catching him from behind. And referee Paul Taylor, no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And Torquay have a penalty, which Steve Woods will take. And he buries it in no uncertain terms. 2 penalties in 2 weeks. And Torquay United lead by 4-0. Shelley. Is it Langmead off on a little run? Now McGill. In towards Craig Farrell, and that's a good save from Dearden. And that was possibly Carlisle's best opportunity. Craig Farrell finding plenty of space in that Torquay United area. Got up well for the header. It was on target, but Kevin Dearden doing very well to turn it over. Murphy with the free kick. Headed away by Taylor. Now Simpson looking to get the cross back in, trying to keep the pressure on. Andy Priest, Dearden just got a